Welcome. Today we will be demonstrating how to integrate soSIMPLE Calendar into a new or existing FileMaker Pro solution. So first we're going to create a new FileMaker file for our new calendar. This file more likely represents your existing file that we're going to be integrating. Into this file we're going to create five fields. We're going to create the date field, a time start and a time end. We're going to create a description field, which is the text of our event. And this could be a calculation in your solution. And finally, just an ID field, which is required. It needs to be a sequential number, or it can be, you can use the getUUID function so long as each event is unique. I'm going to take these 5 fields, put them onto our layout, and I'm going to add an extra button, which is resume script, and you'll see why I'm adding that later. We will be using this layout for one of our steps. Now this layout is also going to be used in the data source setup, which you'll see in a moment. We're just going to create a sample event so we can see that show up once the calendar is integrated. Okay, so now that since this is a standalone solution, what we're going to do is we're moving the standalone file into the same directory as the soSIMPLE calendar settings, and we're going to launch that and set up our new calendar. So we'll start by clicking the New button, and we'll name the new calendar. Maybe something so simple. And we haven't set it up yet before, so we're going to set it up now. The first thing it asks us to do is open up the database, and this is so that we can find the fields that we need to include in our data source setup. So we're going to open up soSIMPLE Standalone, the file we just created, and there it is. And we're going to open up the calendar setup. Name it something friendly, and start selecting information. So the database we're choosing, this is the name of the layout we're choosing, and we're just going to choose the fields to line up. So date, start, and end are the same field. Start time, end time, the description, and the ID. These two scripts don't exist in the solution yet, but we're going to paste them in just a moment. Okay, so we finished setting that up. The next step is we're going to copy the calendar field to the clipboard. This is an export field that we need in order to export our events. So I'm just going to go into Manage Database, click into the field area, and paste that right in there. And what that is, you'll see, is just a list of field definitions at the top and a calculation at the bottom that explains how to export them. Now we're going to copy our calendar script to the clipboard. And this is a batch of scripts. That's all the scripts you'll need. We're just going to go into our script workplace and paste it in there. And included in this, you're going to see a few scripts that are of importance. One is the soSIMPLE calendar action script. The other, which we're interested in right now, is the export events script. And this is responsible for getting the events into the calendar. And there's one step you have to adjust here. If you go down to export records, you want to make sure that you change the export to include data.json, the field that we just pasted into our solution. Save that script. Go back to our calendar builder. And we just created our first calendar, and there's the first event coming from our calendar. Now to integrate this into your solution, to actually put it into your file, we've already completed the first 2 steps. Now we're going to choose the last button, which is copying the web viewer to the clipboard. So now we're just going to go ahead and create a new layout to house our calendar. This layout can be any table occurrence. I recommend it not being the same as your events. Usually we use a special global based preference table or something. And we're just going to paste the web viewer right onto there. And now we're going to browse mode and click the redraw button, and that should render our calendar. And we have now just integrated our first standalone calendar using soSIMPLE Calendar in under 5 minutes. Please see our web-based tutorials for more detailed instructions and more videos on expanding and customizing your calendar. Thank you for watching.